Alright, here we are with Exalted versus World of Darkness, City of the Bull God, Season 1, Episode 4. We are in September 2021, and here with me today is...
Brendan as the GM.
Peter as Sir Rigel Star, the Celestial Censor as Solar Twilight.
Devin as End of Sadness of the Infernal Exalted.
And Sam as Rowan of the No Moon Lunar.
All right, guys. So after last episode, we you guys successfully got your Tremere intern from the reverse heist.
The intern
from the reverse heist, and made a deal with some snake people.
Yep.
You guys are on your way back from the British Museum back to Sir Rigel Starr's house. When on the way there, while that you guys are running through, Rowan, you see someone who you haven't seen in a couple months, since the fateful day at the architecture firm when that you observed some things and then were left for dead. This is the intern that you knew, who was always fairly nice to you, a guy named Tobias Knight. He is running across multiple lanes of traffic from the other side of the street. There are cars just like slamming on brakes, honking at him. He is notably different from the last time you saw him. Normally he looked like a young-faced guy, pretty well groomed, with like short hair and like in kind of like a suit, kind of like trying to look nice for the company suit, as most aspiring interns do. He is currently wearing a pair of ridiculously sized goggles over his face, with his hair kind of spiked up, almost like Mohawk style, and is wearing a like leather jacket with like a bunch of like band patches on it. And he is like just absolutely booking it across the street when that either you stop or he's going to slam directly into you.
First, I am very glad that he got over his prep school phase, because that was annoying. Did not fit him at all. And second, oh good lord, what, are you alright, Tobias?
Get a load of this asshole playing Frogger in traffic.
There's a lot of yelling behind you guys as the people who he just played Frogger with are like yelling out a bunch of curses at him and then driving off. And eventually the street kind of calms down, but he doesn't, as if he's breathing very heavily. And he looks up to you, Rowan. Question, did Rowan wear the top hat pretty consistently before?
No.
Or not? Okay.
He made that specifically to hide his huge antlers.
To hide his rack.
Oh man.
Yes, he has quite a rack.
Oh my god.
Well, hey, Rowan? Oh man, fancy running into you here, man. Woo.
Tobias, hello. You are not dead, which is great because you could have been just 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, I've been working on that not dead thing. I mean, can we he kind of looks to Rigel and into sadness and goes, would you and your friends mind getting me out of here? I got some nasty folk following me.
Rowan.
Do you guys want?
Sorry. Rowan looks
No,
immediately concerned over at Tobias and nods over at End of Sadness. Yes, I believe so. There's always some way.
Hey, if we want to be somewhere safe and it's late, do we want to get late night curry?
Rowan takes a second to understand that.
Public place.
Yes, of course. That's... Yes.
Late night curry.
Nod.
Yeah, if you...
Like a locally owned restaurant in an area of town where like there's a bunch of different like ethnic groups in London that like hang out enough for there to be a restaurant like that there. Usually it's a little more tighter knit. Usually people don't run in carrying guns.
Yeah, actually, there's a curry joint, maybe a few blocks down. It's near a Taekwondo place that I go to.
Oh, you finally started up, did you?
He flexes non-existent muscles at you.
Good for you.
Nice, buddy. Respect yourself.
I'm trying. You got to just use their force against them. That's what that's what Dan Zen says.
I imagine that we start doing some idle chatter of no little consequence as we head towards the curry place.
So you guys go to place a couple blocks down. There's a couple little... I guess the best way to describe it would be kind of like strip mall-esque areas. There is, in fact, a Taekwondo... there is a gym here that offers Taekwondo lessons. And then there's a couple other, like, there's a curry place, there's an international market, there's a lot of just, like, I don't want to say hole in the wall, because I feel like that sounds not great, but, like, there's a lot of, like, just places that would kind of fit in with that kind of area.
Little independent stores selling their stuff.
Little independent stores. Maybe there's like a flea market here selling some little tchotchkes. And there is a late night curry place. You guys go in, sit down, order as you like. The food here is, I wouldn't say that it's the best curry that you've ever had, but you have definitely had worse.
It doesn't need to be the best. It just has to be butter chicken. All right, me and Whispers will order up, and we'll see if we can get some beers involved, too. I don't care what you guys get.
Yeah, let's get some curry, I guess.
Yes. Rowan orders a modest amount of curry, counting his pounds before he sits down.
Tobias pulls from a small small purse that he kind of has a small bit of money out, and then like...
Okay. Jesus Christ. I'll pull out a roll of unmarked bills and put it on the table. Be like, order whatever you want. It's fine.
You okay? You sure? Okay, cool. He kind of like puts the stuff back in the purse that he has. So, Rowan with some high spenders here, huh? I haven't seen you at the firm lately.
That's reasonable. So you were running quite badly about things.
Yeah. Do you remember Miss Butler?
Yes.
Yeah, not like the other girl's butler.
Yes. I remember Miss Butler.
Yeah, so, she's after me.
Yeah.
In a good sense or a bad sense?
Uh, in a bad sense. This is definitely not. He kind of like thinks about it and then goes, "This is definitely not like the start of a weird workplace relationship. It's definitely a." He kind of looks to you, Rowan, and kind of whispers a little bit. Uh, let's say I was doing a little bit of corporate espionage.
Oh, you idiot. Okay. So let me just lay it out here. If you have anything weird to say, we're not going to judge because I'm wearing a top hat in public. They've got a poncho. Don't worry about whatever weird theories you might have, because I
Uh,
might believe you.
right, buddy. Okay, yeah, no, I'm glad that I ran into you and your friends. He kind of like looks to end his sentence. He's like, "Thanks again for the meal, bud. This is so nice of you.
Oh no,
I
it's no big
wish there
deal.
were
Not
more
at
people
all.
like
Yeah,
you."
any friend of Rowan is a friend of ours. Yeah, that's an odd way to phrase that, but thank you.
Well, I mean, you don't run into a whole lot of nice people like
And
that.
he goes, and they go back to eating their curry, enthusiastically listening, but enthusiastically eating because it's been a late night.
So, yeah, Miss Butler's after me, and I don't want to get you guys involved. I appreciate you guys being here because, like, she doesn't, she won't. Um, you can kind of obviously, as I am, he is kind of stumbling over his words as he's trying to think up the exact phrase to use, and then he just kind of goes, "There's a little bit of a higher business dealing with her, so like it's like two megacorps. Like, why am I explaining this? Anyway, thanks again.
Uh,
It's so nice to see that you're any kind of like gestures at you alive.
uh, um, yeah. So about that, let's back up. You are going to. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So, hmm, Miss Butler is not entirely on the level about anything. Let's just say that. There's a reason I haven't been back to work. A very good reason.
Yeah, she told us that you quit after she confessed her love to you.
Is that what? Is that the story she went with?
Oh wow, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, she took a week or two off to console herself.
No, she took a week or two off because she got raked in the face with like a claw.
Oh, like where did you manage to get a rake?
No, I mean like bear claws?
Oh shit, were you guys out? Were you guys out on holiday and like she came onto you in the woods and then a
No,
bear attacked?
no, it's much weirder than that. But it's not. She doesn't like me, and I don't like her. Don't worry about that. Um, it wasn't a bear. It's confusing, but it might make more sense if I know what happened to you, because then I can tell you that they're bad people, which you already know. I'm sorry.
I mean, I already know that she's bad people. I mean, they were doing that, like, evil architecture firm thing where they ask you to build, like,
I
what is
know.
it? Anti-homeless architecture, like benches with spikes in the middle of it so people can't sleep on it. Yeah, like, it's pretty obvious that they were evil. I've been since I lost my internship, I've been working on fixing that.
That sounds wonderful, but what did you do other than be spying for a different corporation? Like, did something weird happen? Something you can't explain? Weird gaps in your memory? Maybe something out of the corner of your eye you can't really remember?
Listen, buddy,
I just kind of really want to know what happened, you
are
know?
you did she maybe do something that was not right? Did your brain try to, like, fill in the gaps about it and it
Yeah,
couldn't?
until the gap became too wide that I couldn't look at it except directly.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Yeah. I get you. I got you. I got you. Um.
Hence the bear claws.
Wait. Wait.
Not literal bear. Don't worry about it.
Right, but you keep coming back to the bear claws thing, and I feel like that's important.
Um, let's just say that the bear claws were aimed at me. um, and they were not small. They were very much not small. She got a flight. uh, yeah. It's very fortunate that I am lanky and bendable. I sway like a willow in the breeze.
One of your better traits, the ladies might say. He's like just kind of he's had like a beer by this point while you guys are talking,
Yeah.
and he's just like, yeah, I get you.
So,
I feel like you both are kind of like dancing around the obvious,
right.
which is like telling each other that something is up and one of you like figuring it out.
Yeah.
So
Right now, Rowan is just trying to gauge how much supernatural Tobias has been exposed to.
I feel like the thing for I feel like that, like, the role play has been great, but I feel like that this actually is the point where that a roll would be needed to kind of figure out like which one of you, I guess, kind of cracks first.
All right.
Um, so I would say we're gonna have a like roll off of manipulation and subterfuge to kind of figure out which one of you it is like able to kind of pry it from the other one.
All right. Sounds good to me. Let's see.
Let me
Double
pull up the
X's.
dice roller real quick.
Once do subtract, but I do get double X's because it's okay. I think that's using the roller right.
You get double access if you have a specialty in what you're rolling.
Yes, it's at a 4 for manipulation. So
Nice.
nice. Except I get exactly 0.
Oh no.
Um.
And that would be at difficulty 6.
Oh, difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Uh.
Because you both are kind of, since it's an opposed roll, I would rather you just kind of like roll off at base difficulty and kind of see who is better.
Okay. Then that is 1 success. I got a lot of ones.
Oof. All right. So you guys kind of have this back and forth for a little bit of neither of you really saying that the other one is somehow involved in the magical nature of the world. But eventually, Tobias does kind of suss out what that you're saying before that you can suss out what that he's saying. He got 4 successes.
Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
Um,
So, where did those bear claws come from, buddy? So, anyway.
yeah, so he eventually kind of gets you into a talk, kind of like through like roundabout thing. He kind of gets you to admit that something supernatural happened. Where do you feel like that he catches that like he catches that?
Let's go with the bear claws, because I think I know where to pull to this.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So he's just like, eventually he just kind of goes, yeah, bear claws would be real weird if, is that what you're calling your hands nowadays?
No, it's just like they just, it's not a bear, it's some sort of other creature from the other world, which I should not have just said. Okay, so let's roll back. Let's.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. When you say from the other world, he looks at you and goes, like, things that are kind of linked, like, I don't want to say souls because I feel like that's the wrong word, but like maybe spirits.
Yep, spirits. So let's just say that some sort of beast was there,
Mm-hmm.
and there was some sort of opening, and they struck out. I managed to not be hit, but it got me. Pulled me in. It's great. That sounded probably insane to you, but let's. Okay. But it's the truth. So I'm assuming that either you are now going to be on the way to being very drunk, or we can actually talk about this, yes? Because they're into some weird stuff up there.
He kind of looks to Rigel and then End of Sadness and whispers and goes, "Are your 3 buddies like cool?"
I don't know about the other intern, but the other 3 are fine.
I assume. Wow, we got to probably figure out what the other intern's doing.
Oh, the intern is sitting next to me and whispers, and I am scene by scene describing the first Matrix movie.
The other intern is
That's what's happening.
I think he went like, whoa.
the other intern is very interested. He has not had the opportunity to go and see a movie since like 1995.
Oh, fuck yeah, we got movie nights to do then. Yes. But that's what we're doing. The 3 of us are doing, eating like butter chicken and drinking like cheap beer because it tastes so good together. Fuck, I wish I had access to food up here.
Oh, Devin.
So, all right. So let's come clean here. So you and your buddies are some kind of supernatural, aren't you?
I mean, not originally,
You-
but
right.
it kind of happens when you get yoinked by giant claws and then mauled for 3 hours in a row. That was not pleasant. Okay, right. So I don't know. Time works wrong. So yeah, not initially.
Right, of course, yeah. So when we worked together, you weren't, but then you disappeared, and now you are.
Yeah, I mean, I wear
All right.
a top hat.
Mm.
Reasons.
Reasons. Yeah, no. He kind of motions to the goggles that have been put on top of his forehead, and like kind of grabs them, moves them up, and goes, "Yeah, for reasons."
So, what kind of supernatural vibe is Tobias, giving out? Could we roll for that?
Yeah. I think that if you guys wanted to figure it out on your own without having him say it, I would say that would be perception and awareness. And if you have any kind of
Not a cult.
I believe that awareness is specific. Well, he's not doing. Yeah, I'd say occult.
All right.
Because he's not actually doing anything supernatural right now besides just existing.
All right. Difficulty?
I would say a 7.
Okay. So, I'll pop my sensory acuity prana to lower that down to 4 and roll my 10 dice.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Mother of God.
So, that's 6 successes.
I also got 6 successes.
Six successes. How many did you get, Rowan?
Also 6.
Oh, okay. And Sadness, are you going to roll? Or are you still busy describing the Matrix?
It's just hard to roll. There's latency.
Oh, okay.
3 successes.
Oh, boy. Okay. So, with 3 successes, it is hard. You probably couldn't give an exact definition to what kind of supernatural that this guy is, but it is. You got the same vibe off of this guy that you get off of Rigel's parents. If maybe a different flavor, I guess, would be the best way to put it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well,
that means it's not one of mine.
And he's not, in the same way that I say like a different flavor, he's also not like powerful. The way that like Rigel's parents stepping into.
Is it like?
Oh, go ahead.
Would it be like semantically similar to the kind of vibes I get off blood dolls and ghouls? I don't call them ghouls. I know them as Renfields. Like they got a little bit of that juice running around there in them.
The question is he a sleepwalker or a full mage?
Well, a sleepwalker's a ghoul for mages, right?
Kinda. No, he gives off full magical power vibes, just not as powerful as the other 2 mages that you have met.
Oh, like the Finbloods then. All right, I understand this.
For Rowan, because Rigel is going to get... because of Rigel's upbringing, there's going to be quite a bit more information.
All right.
For Rowan, you get a distinct sense of power emanating from him. That is kind of like the way that he talks and acts and fidgets and touches certain items on him, almost out of habit or something else, kind of gives him a sense of like they are objects of power. Like if he were to grab onto something, he could maybe do something with it. It's certainly not at the same level as like a charm would be, but it is. It kind of has like maybe not a similar vibe, but like same idea. You can tell that he is absolutely supernatural in the way that the stars are.
All right.
And Rigel, you get all of that. Plus, because your parents are mages, you get a little bit extra in that, specifically the goggles and the way that he is touching objects and has kind of whenever that he needs something, he always reaches into that purse at his side and manages to pull something out, even though like sometimes like they just should not be able to maybe not fit into it, but it has a very like, how is he storing all of that in there? You kind of immediately recognize that if he's not a son of ether, he is definitely specialized in matter magic.
Yeah, figured it will be an Aetheryte. Who else will be wearing goggles like that?
Do they do anything?
Probably.
I was going to ask
no.
if you asked him.
Probably some mage side bullshit. Or
yeah.
Or like tools for working, whatever. So anyway, I guess we realized that, and we can go back to the conversation at hand.
All right. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're not going to be scared away by the whole other world, the spirit realm. I was stuck there for quite some time. I found my way out. Obviously, not the same. I can turn into a deer. Just FYI, it's great.
You say that to him as that he's drinking a beer, and he like chokes on it a little bit, and you can see like his hand reaches for a napkin and like covers his nose as that he's trying to like stifle both a gasp and a laugh, because like it's almost like you told him it's almost like you gave him like a really funny punchline to a joke, and you didn't realize that he was being told a joke.
Oh, you right, bud?
Yeah. Man, Spirit World, huh? Never been there before. That's pretty rough. Pretty cool.
It's
but
actually
rough.
really nice when you are not being mauled by that thing.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So right. Anyway, so you and your friends then I guess are cool. So let's talk brass tacks, or Miss Butler. She is
Not like the
like
other girls.
not like the other girls. She's like me and my friends around town, but bad.
Yeah, I kind of got that idea.
No, like really bad.
No, I mean, I really got that idea.
Are you sure that you got the idea? Because like I can't like. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but did you know that vampires are real?
I do now. I think we have one over here. Yeah, the intern's one.
Hey. We keep some things under the hat. No big deal, though. It's fine. No one get upset about it.
The intern.
Yeah, really only yours.
I just don't want interns' weaknesses. I just don't want interns' weaknesses being revealed to the public without their consent.
That's fair.
Yeah, only talk about your supernatural stuff.
Right. So I just like she's really bad. Like trying to murder the world, kind of bad.
Rowan clearly doesn't get it. Like, oh yeah, yeah, I understand.
Speaking that metaphorically, like, end of the magic in the world, therefore, everything will be, sad kind of way of ending the world, or do you mean literally, end of the world apocalypse?
That second one, and then also add in a little bit of Hellraiser.
I look over to end of
I mean, that
Sadness.
tracks with everything I know. Yeah, that tracks with everything I know. The world did end, gang. Like it's happening.
Excuse me?
The world ended.
When did it end?
I don't know. How's the sea level doing around those coastal communities? How are those glaciers in the Arctic going?
So it's ending.
No, it ended. We're past that point, no return. The avalanche has started. The pebbles can't really protest anymore. It's happening. It's not happening in 5 minutes, but it's happening. The world has ended. We're here in the apocalypse, like now.
Um,
Oh,
so obviously, you guys can take this sudden revelation from End of Sadness however that you want, but would you like to roll something to convince the NPCs that about
Uh,
that?
only if it involves charisma and leadership. Then I would be more than happy to make that call.
I'll give you charisma. I was honestly going to say,
Because it falls under
Expression?
leadership. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to convince them. I'm not trying to like make a case for the end of the world. I'm telling them an objective fucking fact, and I'm doing it in a very polite and
Well,
transparent way.
leadership might be very
I'm
specific.
not. I'm not pitching them anything. Oh, leadership is not very specific. It's one of like the fucking talents under talents. It's not like a specialty skill.
um,
If it's very specific, then it's never going to come up.
right. I could see an argument for either expression or I'm sorry, for either like empathy or leadership, but I would totally give you leadership on that.
Because with leadership, I can move mountains here, and that's what I'm built for. I can make the inspiring sort of pitch where it's like, look at the world around you. Look at what's happening. Do you see these things? Come with me together.
Yeah, I can totally see I can totally see that like if you're kind of giving that kind of spiel that like leadership would definitely be applicable.
That's like the only thing I do. Even if you look back at how I interact with my like prospective formori, it's nothing but like pep talks and conversations going forward. It's never really a pitch.
Um,
It's more like here are the facts.
I would say just make a roll of that. Versus intern, it's going to be a difficulty 6, and then versus Tobias, it's difficulty 8. But just
Okay, against intern, it's technically difficulty 4 because of my weird
oh,
powers.
okay,
Just throwing that out.
okay.
So let me just throw out charisma, leadership. Am I being transparent and delightfully devilish? Probably.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
One of the two. One of the two's happening. I'm not spending essence on this. Mage Boy is difficulty 8.
Yes.
Okay, let's roll this shit. Okay, against Mage Boy, I got 4 successes. Against my own intern, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh boy.
So 4 and a 6.
Oh boy. Um. I did not expect you to get 4 on the mage. Give me just a second to think.
Sven, willpower to resist.
Yeah, all those examples for the leadership things, that's all the kind of ways Into Sadness pitches to people.
Yeah. Like, from what I see of the leadership, it's more about like getting people to do what you want rather than necessarily like imparting your ideas onto them. So like if you want people to follow you, do your cult stuff, spread your things.
The first step, the very first step in convincing people to become part of the cult of Typhon is convincing them the truth that the world is ending and the cult is here to save people who won't be allowed on the Ark.
Okay.
Because there definitely will be an arc. There always is.
Okay. Just because that's the first step doesn't mean you'll be rolling with your best stat for it.
Yeah, I'd like to roll with my best stat once because I've been running off manipulation and the other shit for the last couple sessions. So that's why I pressed
that's
for it.
fine.
I would like to do my good thing at least once.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think that given the situation with Intern and Tobias, that he's kind of both of them have kind of ingratiated into the group, and while that they don't consciously see End of Sadness as leader material, they are willing to give him enough of their attention to let them roll that.
Yeah.
So, Intern is all about this. Intern immediately just kind of goes, okay, wait, hold up. We can totally get to the Matrix Revolution soon, but
it holds up.
Oh, I totally believe you. Everyone above me at the Chantry has been talking about like Gehenna this, Gehenna that. The ancient ones are rising. Blah blah blah. It's all they talk about nowadays. Like the signs and portents and everything are there. So, I totally believe you that this is the end times.
And it sounds just sort of a gesture.
Yeah,
nobody
was
like open hands.
Nobody will say the word wasn't, I think.
However, Tobias kind of looks to you, and he has a moment of like, it's almost like that he has like a coming to God moment, like in his brain, as that like you have like just lifted a veil off of his eyes, and he kind of thinks about it for a moment, and you can see him kind of steeling himself against the horrific reality that this has brought to light for him. And he looks up and he goes, that may be the case, but I have to believe that me and people like me can help put this world right.
Well, this world has passed. We're at the expiration date. Best before, do a smell test. But that's not really the point. You don't want to save the old system. You don't save the cocoon after the butterfly's ready to leave. You don't hold on to the eggshells. What you do is you make sure the chick gets out and is healthy, and you leave the butterfly well enough alone so it gets out of the chrysalis. You know? You can make sure the area around it's safe, but the change happens. And stuff gets left behind. And then you get something new.
I was like, I think about the Ascension.
And so we'll turn to Raj. Just like, do you guys actually have like an end of the world, make things better, rise up to the new world kind of thing in your culture?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he kind of like Tobias kind of stares at Rigel.
What?
Sorry, I just figured that I would have been introduced to another mage. Like, I know most of the people in town.
Well, nice to meet you then.
We run in very exclusive circles.
My name's Rachel Starr.
Wait, like...
Yes.
Wow. Okay, this is a lot to take in. So you're like their grandson?
I'm their son. Yes.
Okay. Huh. There's a lot to take in.
But anyway, if you could explain the ascension to my friend over here, maybe that would clear things out.
Right. So Ascension is like, oh boy, it's like kind of a high. I don't want to say like it's high concept, but we're trying to make the world better. We're trying to bring everyone to a higher state of being that we can all enjoy the world to come and be masters of our own destiny. At least that's the best way that my mentor taught it to me.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it sounds like something people are supposed to be happy with, but how's that been going?
The Ascension War, give or take, not great.
Guys, close to wrapping that up? Feel like you got a handle on evil and that the side of good is winning?
Honestly, with how depressing that the world has been, not really. It's a lot easier for people to turn out like like Felicity.
Yeah, I've been getting the vibe that maybe some of the issues that you're handling is a little more Autobots fight their endless war against the Decepticons while, other things happen out here on the ground level.
In turn,
I end up talking to some people that, live on the streets, live in vampire societies.
the intern pipes up and goes, "I got that reference."
Yeah.
Okay. So, we've got a lot of people that are trying to fight for this war to make the world a better place, to make the next world a better place, whatever we want to call it. Split the difference. To make the butterfly after this cocoon better. The problem is that you've got people like the assholes in their office buildings doing their science experiments who are just control freaks, and then you've got the shitheads like Miss Butler who are actively trying to destroy the world. You can deal with one or the other, but fighting the war on two sides is rough. Miss Butler and people like her have got to go. They made themselves wrong.
I've heard of things not quite like what you're talking about, but I have an understanding of there are parts of vampire society that just don't get to move on with the rest of us after there's a sorting out of sorts. I've been picking up that vibe.
So, that's who I was running from. Some of Miss Butler's cronies were after me. Thank God I ran into you all, and we went to someplace that is a little bit more busy. We have a lot of trouble doing magic around people that aren't supernatural.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the consensus.
And that's like a flaw you all have?
I wouldn't say that it's a flaw that we have so much as it's a fact of reality.
What kind of things are you talking about that, I'm having trouble conceptualizing this. What do you mean?
Okay. So okay, so Rigel here, his parents, the Stars, are from another a different faction from mine, and they specifically focus on uh, physics magic. Um, so they can do all kinds of crazy things, making fireballs, telekinetically throwing you around. They could probably just they could probably grab uh, like a satellite from space and just drop it on a city if they wanted to. If any of the stories that I've heard about the stars are true, like I could totally see them doing that. Not see them actually doing it, but like they have that level of power, you know. But the thing is that we can't just do that in front of people, because people don't believe in magic anymore.
And that's a problem you have?
Yeah. Um, if you make it believable, it can work. What my mentor told me is here's a great way to think about it. So, you're let's take classic wizard example 101, fireball, right? Everybody knows that wizards throw fireballs. If you were a random person on the street and saw a man conjure up fire into his hands and then hurl it at someone, your immediate response would be, "Whoa, that's not real. How can that be real? That holy shit!" And then immediately, like, "Holy crap, there's fire everywhere." Because everybody kind of thinks like that, and not everybody. I'm not talking about you guys here. You guys are kind of like the exception. But like because random people on the street think like that, reality says, "Hey, don't do that." Because if I were to just conjure flame in my hand, it reality wouldn't like that because that's not how things work. There are ways to get around this. You gotta be a little bit sneaky, but we can get around it. That's not what's important. What's important is, yes, we can't just magic things. We have to work within a set of
Fascinating weak point.
rules. I'm sorry, what was that?
What a fascinating weakness.
Yes. I mean, you guys are cool though, right?
I don't have any fathoming what you mean by that.
So listen, can you guys maybe he kind of turns to Rowan. Can you and your friends maybe help me out with this Felicity problem, with this Miss Butler problem?
I don't. I don't think I can. I'll be honest. I I have to reiterate to you. Last time we met, I got pulled into the spirit world and then almost died. I mean,
Listen,
I
man.
might have died. No, not quite.
Well, how about this? Is this Felicity person like an enemy of yours? I say to fucking Rowan.
I mean, yeah, she did nothing. She kind of made it worse, actually.
Okay, well, how about this? This is kind of your party, so if you want us to help you deal with this person, I'm all in on it. Ride or die.
Hmm.
Tobias looks to you, Rowan, with pleading eyes. Come on, man. If you can help me with this, I'll help you out with whatever you need. I'm really good at making things.
I I don't, Tobias. I don't want to go through that again. Like it's not. I don't want to not help you. It's just there's. I can turn into a deer. That's about it.
And that's rad. That's more than most people can do. Listen, man, if you help me out, I can introduce you to a guy who knows some other shapeshifters.
Oh, Al says I'm not like them.
I'll tell you what, Rowan, you're underselling yourself. Your power isn't that you can just turn into a deer. You know what your real power is?
My heart.
No. Trusting a friend will help you through a difficult time. It's not going to be like last time. I can hear it in your voice. You seem a little put off by re-encountering this individual.
It's.
But if you want to get closure on that, I guarantee you, I'll take it all the way with you. You won't be alone.
It's just okay. What do you want us to do? Because you know that changes things a lot.
Listen, I got my boss, my actual boss. He wants her taken out, and I was sent in there to spy on the corporation because there's some other problems there. We need this threat neutralized because if we don't, that better world that your friend wants, I feel like that we all want going forward, it ain't gonna happen with people like her around.
Rowan will look over at Rigel and then over at Ennis.
Well, I guess it all depends. Like, what kind of spears do you think she's capable of throwing at us?
He thinks for a little bit. From what that I was experiencing, minimal.
Okay.
Physics and luck.
Hmm. Okay, shouldn't be too bad then.
The problem isn't Miss Butler. It's who she works for.
What does she work for?
Right. Yeah. There's some people above Butler that I've been investigating. But right now,
Well, then just take credit for it after it's done. You and your organization can claim credit for the kill. Keep the heat off our backs. Easy peasy.
I'm sure that Mr. Monsai would appreciate that. He's been looking for a little bit of a boost on his rep. And,
Ghoulish, but all right.
well, I could really use not having this stupid nickname in his person anymore.
What do you mean by that?
So, Monsai calls me Sir Purse Anvil. Kind of motions to the purse that he has. When I awakened, I took off a vampire's arm with this.
That is impressive.
Right? I accidentally made the purse weigh as much as an anvil, and just ripped her arm clean off. It was kind of funny until it wasn't, and then I kind of started running.
What do you say, Rowan? Should we help your friend out? Get rid of his nickname?
Well, I mean, that's not exactly why, but yeah, we probably should.
Listen, if you help me out, I can figure out who. I will throw all my resources at figuring out who gave the order to throw you out.
Oh, I mean, I already know that. He was there in the room.
I can help you with that.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't can. I think we're gonna have to talk about it. That's okay.
Yeah. When do you want me to meet back up with you then?
I don't know. Do you do code? No, let's just tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon? Yeah. Where do you want to meet?
Let's just meet back here.
Oh, fuck yes.
More midday
Fuck
curry.
yeah. Midday curry.
No, that means I get to skip bullet dodging.
They all just kind of look at you very. Intern and Tobias look at you very confused, and I think that that's a great way to fade out.
Okay.
Right?
Guess we'll pause them before the next section, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you all pay your bill, say goodbye for the day or for the night, enjoy some curry, and you do notice that Tobias walks over to the gym and knocks on it and gets let in, even though the place is closed, and just kind of goes in there. And then you all are left with your group plus Whispers and the intern.
So are we going back to the Stars' house? Or are we breaking for the night?
I guess out of character we can break for the night and so on and so on. But
No, I mean, are we going right back to report back to the Stars? Is that happening? Is that our next step? We were doing that, and then we stopped to help Rowan's friend.
Right.
Are we still doing that?
well, the question is, do we want to do that without Holden?
Shoot.
Oh shit.
Shoot. I forgot about that entire point. Oh, we might need to retcon a bit and not have that condition.
Or we fucking fix it in post once we run the session when Holden's back. We could smooth this over in post, no problem.
I don't know.
Yeah, just could be entire plot points revealed without. Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could just.
We should probably just break.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
say, characters are tired, need some rest, so everybody break.
Yeah, all right. We'll catch up with Layla afterwards. No problem there, and we'll just let your parents know we ran into some shit.
Yeah, multiple kinds of shit.
Hey, Rowan, do you have a place you live?
Yeah, I have a flat.
Okay, and it's like secure and shit. Like people don't know about it and stuff.
Um, no, it's not.
I've lost track of it.
No, it's not secure.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're gonna be fine because no one knows you're like around and stuff, right? But if you ever want to hang out in a place with people, you could always swing on by down into the sewers. Like they're only sewers for a brief bit, then they're actually livable. We have like fridges and
I
stuff.
don't know.
Just throwing that out there.
I, I'm just concerned, honestly, about this whole thing. I don't. It's maybe a good night's rest will be best.
Don't worry, I'm sure that place is hygienic.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and hey, third option, I'll like take a roll of unmarked bills and just pass over, get a hotel maybe.
Well,
If you want to split the difference.
true. I was planning to just go. Yeah, that's probably the best. No, I'll come down with you. That'd probably be for the
Yeah,
best.
okay. Again, up to you.
Yeah, it's, yeah, that's probably. Let's do that then.
All right, cool. Rigel, you have a place you live, so you're good. You're gonna be roommates with us in the sewers.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to live in sewers, yeah, I'm going to go back to my mansion.
God damn, that mansion's so cool.
I know, right? But,
All right. Well, okay. I guess I'll meet up at noon here tomorrow. I left like a 200-pound tip, so I think they're going to be good with us.
Oh, okay.
we don't really tip that much over here, but. Oh well.
I don't know. I don't know how your money works here. They're pounds and silver. Do you guys use like gold? Do you guys use like galleons still?
I just.
No, that's been like half a century since we did that.
All right. I just wanted to be sure.
All right.
Anyway, if we're good to depart, a black unmarked car with illegally tinted windows and license plates that are QR codes will pull on up. The passenger and the driver's seat are full of robot rats, and the back seats are empty.
I'm not even going to question it. All right, let's get into this terrifying car.
No, this is rad.
I know, right? You got to thank my man Ralph at the fucking driver's seat there. It's a little rat. Ralph S. Mouse.
Yeah, I get it.
You guys ever get children books when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Alright.
Mouse with a motorcycle.
Oh yes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, take us to the sewers, car.
And it burst down.
Oh God. So you guys split up for the night. What do you do with
Your new friend.
with your new friend, the intern,
Okay.
who I totally gave the
So,
name
quick question.
to.
Oh yeah, he has a name, but it's the intern for now. We're trying to keep it cash. So, first question: are any of the vampire-related people I know currently in the sewers in any of the like apartments we've set up down there? Like, do I know about that? My phones talk to other people's phones. It's a whole thing. It's a big AI network. So, I'm going to see if their contact is live on our version of Teams.
There's a few of the Thin Bloods that you've talked to into
Oh, perfect.
being in there. that are awake right now,
Cool.
but
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna ask them to prep a room for a new vampire coming on in. You know, secure coffin, all that stuff, whatever they need, because that's a whole thing with vampires.
So you tell them
We have
over the
secure
phone to
sleeping
secure a
spaces.
coffin. He's like, I just need a.
No, not over the not like that. I just tell them to secure vampire facilities. Like, you know, get one of the bunks ready because we make sure that vampires have a safe place to sleep from
You
vampire
probably have a
attacks and
few
stuff.
spare coffins
There's
for
like
such things, you know. Like, oh, make a bed.
it's not like an undead vampire coffin. It's like a secure container that you become a corpse in for vast parts of the day that your body can't be disturbed in.
Right. So
In like a boarding room, like a Big Brother house scenario in the sewers, where they all like hang out and watch movies.
so when you like mention like or when Troy sees like when intern, I'm sorry because you're not on first name basis just yet, sees
We're not there.
the coffin and everything set up. He's like, you know, we don't need the coffin, right? Like back at
I
the
mean, you're the
Chantry, I
first
just have
vampire I've
a small like single.
like a single bed that like anyone could like shoot a bullet through and a beam of sunlight would hit you and you'd catch fire and instantly die. Like that kind of bed.
Yes,
Yeah, your Chantry
but
didn't give a shit about
yeah,
you.
but the Chantry's defenses are like a lot, so we didn't need anything more than the bed.
Yeah, well, we live in the sewers under London and have demon cyborgs, so our magic's a little bit different. We don't have blood sorcery. Do you have blood sorcery? Is that what it's called?
Technically, it's called thaumaturgy.
Wow, okay. All right, we'll have to get fucking Parcellus on the line for copyright infringement.
I mean,
But no, yeah, no, this is just like a boarding house for kindred. That's what you like to be called, right?
yes, kindred. Yes, that's what
Yeah,
I'm told to
yeah,
relative.
it's a safe
Oh,
house.
okay.
All right, you know, you pack yourself in the coffin. If we get invaded, you know, maybe they don't get time to get at you before the sun goes down, and you can take over for yourself in the middle of the firefight, sort of deal.
Are you not worried about the? You're in the sewers. Are you not worried about the underprints down here?
I mean, I feel like that position's going to be reversed if this, and I'll air quote, underprince tries to step at me. Steppers at the party disrupt my scene.
I see. All right then. Well, what do you want in return for providing me with a safe haven?
Just like hang out, talk to the other kindred down here. They'll give you the lowdown on the whole thing. See if that's your vibe, if that's your jam, if you can follow the rules and you think that they're a fair shake, then yeah, all right, you can work here and stuff. If not, turn you loose whenever you want and you can take your freedom. But the window for this is closing because there's only so much time you can't go back to your masters that we can set up faking your death before they start asking questions. So presumably, preferably, I'd like an answer when the sun, you know, goes down next, like after your little sleep.
I can get you an answer by time that I awake from the day sleep.
Awesome, because I have like a really great way to fake your death. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to throw your masters for a real mind fuck. I'm going to go Black Mirror on them.
You're going to have to explain that reference to me.
Oh, I'm going to go the outer limits on them, but a little more darker for no good reason. Like just poorer craftsmanship.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. There we go.
So he's gonna take the opportunity to tuck himself in and think over it. He will get you an answer by the time the day sleep is over.
Yeah, and like he has access to blood. I called ahead and got some volunteers. I paid them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll donate blood. That's fine.
Donate blood in the like here have some blood bags or like we would like to be drained by you. Not drained. I'm sorry. That's what
Yeah, here sit down and get here, sit down and let this vampire drink your blood. It feels pretty good, and also if they try to take you over, we'll shoot them. So don't even worry about it, dog. It's not even a thing.
Okay.
Masquerade?
Noted.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's someone else's problem.
Okay.
Yeah, actually it is.
He will be...
My cultists like vampires and don't treat them as monsters. They do not like people who like turn people into Renfields and into slaves. That's a big no-no.
But cool for Mori.
Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, just give him more potence.
I don't need potence. Fomori do so well on their own. They can have like 10s in their strength at character creation.
Oh, no. Okay.
Fomori are scary guys.
So, sun sets. You guys get some sleep. Regen whatever essence that you can.
Oh, thank God.
And then, is there any other scenes that you guys would like to do before you all meet back up for curry at tea time?
Yes, I think Rowan will approach End of Sadness at some point during the night, clearly unable to sleep.
Yeah. By the way, Rowan, I'll set you up with an easier place to sleep that isn't like where all the vampires are. I'll set you up in a place that has like some Fomori guarding it and stuff. You probably don't want to sleep in the Gamma Cave with me because the mornings are rough.
I appreciate it, End of Sadness, but I just... Okay. This is...
If you want to chat, though, go for it.
Yeah, I'm trying. I find this difficult. If you might be understanding on that, there's Miss Butler is a pushover. I recognize that. She is not going to be a problem, but she is not going to be the problem. Okay. All right. I said that I was dragged into the spirit world by a spirit beast. I didn't quite get his classification. I'm rambling. But there was another...
No, it's good. It's good.
Yes. She was in a meeting with her higher-ups. He was there, and he is the one that opened up that rift from which the creature came out and pulled me in. And have you ever looked at somebody and you realize that they don't have a soul?
Yeah.
He did not have a soul. I don't know how to explain that, but there was nothing there.
No. You don't have to explain any of that to me, Rowan. Rowan, I understand that. Rowan, it's a fact of life. There are some people out there that just don't have souls. They're just here to feed on people. I get it. And I knew that before I knew vampires were real. I gotcha.
Yes. He was laughing. He found it funny as...
Yeah.
He found it funny as we were... He was careless. He did it on a whim. He did this to me and to Miss Butler just because he could. It was a diversion, a distraction. He finds Miss Butler as a fun little thing under his control. And I saw that within perhaps 3 seconds as I was being pulled into the spirit world. He's dangerous, and if we get rid of Miss Butler, he's coming for us. And there's not anything that can stop him.
How does that make you feel?
I am terrified and of sadness. I almost died. I was on the brink of death in the spirit world. I don't quite know how, but I was in such pain, such agony as that creature was tearing my body apart that my spirit left my body. And that's the only thing that saved me, because it distracted it long enough that I could leave.
It's chilling. But you know what that's the story of? That's the story, not of some prick stamping down on an ant. That's the story of someone biting off more than they can chew. That was Act 1, Rowan. We're going to go through Act 2 now, where all of a sudden this a-hole starts to discover all of their plans and all of their resources start unraveling. Before we get to Act 3, and you're Jason in this version of the story, and you start hunting him personally.
I don't.
I promise you this. For every ounce of fear and concern and stress that you're going through, I will absolutely do everything in my power to take those feelings and help you fashion them into a weapon so you don't feel that again about this jackass. And no one else will either.
I think I understand why you do your morning ritual, as you said. I might need to do something similar. Not the same, obviously.
No. But look, maybe this is all a bunch of nonsense, right? I mean, spirit worlds and bears and ghosts and wizards and vampires and end of the world. Maybe we're all experiencing the same coma dream from each other's perspective. And if that's the case, quite frankly, I don't have anything to lose helping you put this guy in his place.
Okay. I'm going to need a lot of help.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, if you want to hang, in a sense, we'll just hang.
I think pretty much that is what it ends, with a bit of silence from Rowan's part.
We'll have takeout ordered in. Have you had butter chicken pizza? Oh my Christ.
Like having my arteries.
Now I want butter
Just so
chicken
rich.
pizza.
It does sound delicious.
Oh, they even do it to the breadsticks. They even do it to the breadsticks. They make it butter chickeny in some way. Like they use those spices. Anyway, quiet moment of contemplation, relaxation.
Please deliver it to the sewer. Just toss it down. The rats will drag it in.
Yeah, like in the like in the opening of fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Also, you can drive down to those sewers if you go by the docks. So, like, yeah, there's ways you can get on in. We'll get an Uber.
Yeah, just make sure that it's on time because, you know, you never pay full price for late pizza.
Yeah, we'll tip. People get tips.
So anyway,
yeah. The day passes. You all have your moment, and eventually meet back up at the curry place. Tobias is there, actually bright and early, kind of waiting by the door for you all. He looks like he's had not a lot of sleep. Judging by the bags under his eyes and the way that he's a little bit twitchy. He's probably on his way more. He's probably on way more espresso than he would ever care to admit. Hey, nice to see you guys are here. Yeah. Do you mind if when we finish this up, if I get a to-go bag for Danzin over at the gym? He let me sleep over there last.
Yeah, I'll throw some bills on the table and order 2 pitchers of beer. Let's get this started.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, excellent. Yeah. I had a rough night. The
Nothing that a tequila sunrise can't fix.
You know what? Fair. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think I've had this much to drink in a while, but I feel like this is the time to enjoy that. Might get murdered by Felicity any moment.
We're not going to get murdered by someone who is so unimportant we get their full name the first time we hear about them, while they have a mysterious master who we haven't heard about. Don't worry about it.
He kind of stares at you for a moment and just kind of goes, wow, you're really giving me some cultist vibes over here, man. Ooh. Are you from our future?
That's an interesting question that I don't really have the right answer to, but as far as I know, what I know comes from our past.
Oh, well, radical. So, and he kind of turns to Rowan. Bud, are you willing to help? Because if not, I gotta find a new place to live.
Yes, I'm willing to help as best as I can.
As soon as you say that, there is this tension in his face, and his body just kind of drains, and he's like, "Oh, thank God."
I believe End of Sadness also said they were willing to help as well. Not sure if...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. The question is, what exactly are we to do? I can go in and out of the spirit world. It's sneaky. Can get to places otherwise unseen.
Wait. You can just go in and out?
There's places that it's easier.
Yeah, Rowan brought us on vacation to the spirit world back when we went to the Loch Ness. It was fantastic. Real cash.
It takes at least an adept to be able to go into the spirit world.
I mean, do I have to take you there in person right now to prove it?
No, not at all. I'm just... That's honestly kind of amazing.
You will find we are adept at subverting your expectations.
He finishes off his beer and then gives you a clap. Oh, all right. So, Felicity Butler. Like I mentioned before, she's kind of our target.
Does this person have a Facebook and social media?
Not one that is useful.
Okay.
That was actually me and Teddy's first idea. Was to mess with her social media, do a bunch of stuff. She's kind of one of those people who has an account with her smiling and has never posted and never liked a thing.
Ah, damn. What about the London CCTV network? Have you been able to track her through that?
Yes, a little bit, but she tends to disappear over time.
Arcane.
She,
Yes.
we're not sure what's causing it, but over time she is just disappearing. We think that she might be messing with the hard drives in some way, or that her magic is interfering with recording her.
Okay.
But I do have something up my sleeve. And outside of pulling it out of his sleeve, he actually pulls it out of his purse. And he kind of like sets it in the middle of the table. I have her itinerary for the next week. She's been keeping it like a peasant written down. So
I'll put a phone over it and scan and OCR the text in. And then start. If there's locations and times and dates, I'll start having a schedule built out by one of my computers.
it starts happening, and you can see a general. I assume that one of your smart rats, or however that you deal with technology today, is going to show you.
It's a cell phone.
It's just a cell phone.
I just scan it with a cell phone with a camera,
Okay.
and then it sends it back to my computer farm, and they'll start putting locations down and like putting pins on Google Maps, building out like how long it gets, what features are along the way, how someone would travel, match it up with the time zones and stuff, and then just like build out like a nice little 3D representation on a tablet on the table of her schedule that you can like move along with your finger.
So,
Smart rats.
oh,
Little bow tie.
so one of the things that you start looking at, I'm trying to think if you would need to roll for this. You know what? We don't roll enough in this sometimes. I feel like that anyone who's looking at this, a intelligence and alertness roll would be the thing to do, or computers.
Oh, thank Christ.
Whichever one's higher, take your pick.
Excellent.
Okay. What's difficulty and what are we trying to suss out?
Difficulty is going to be a 7, and you're trying to suss out if there's anything weird about her movements.
Okay.
3 successes.
8.
Fuck!
On 8 dice.
I know,
2
right?
tens.
Oh dear.
Christ.
What'd you get, Rowan?
Oh, 2.
Okay. So with 2 successes, looking at this, these movements seem unnatural with the timestamps that are supposed to be on them. Can't figure out how or why, but they are definitely unnatural. With 3 successes, I believe was the next one.
Yeah.
You have an idea based off the fact that you know that she is supernatural of some kind. That she is using some kind of supernatural movement to get around. On 8 freaking successes, how do I even let you know that her entire itinerary... So basically, her itinerary for the day is to move all around London to multiple different firms. By looking at these firms and how that they are connected and how that she is moving about, it is For Rigel, you immediately realize that she is moving around in a classical pentagram format that works. The best way that I can put it is that it, by her, you, as it, you know, she is some kind of Nephandis. If she is moving about in this way, using her magic, she is actually warping reality in a very bad way at the points where she's doing it and where she's exiting. By doing this, she is causing, in the circle of the area, which you guys ironically are inside of, she is causing a sphere of extreme bad luck to people. If you can stop her, the bad luck stops. Like, normally I would not tell you guys the bad guy's plan, but Rigel has a mage background and has gotten 8 successes.
I mean, yeah, clearly she was doing some correspondence or something. Or, something. I don't know.
Yeah, you know about mage.
Yes, I got occult.
Like, you actually know what they're capable of.
Yes, I got occult 5 and specialty in mages.
Yep.
God damn, that's good. Well, this is perfect then. We know where she's going to be, so we can cut her off ahead of time. And heck, you know what? Oh no, us knowing where she's going to be is really not in her favor, because this gives us time to fuck with these places. Are these all like offices and business places?
These are, in fact, all offices and business places.
Oh shit, she's in trouble.
Go on. What do you have in mind? End of sadness.
Well, first things first, do you know how easy it is to call in a bomb threat and get a place cleared out ahead of time so no one's in the crossfire?
I guess it will be really easy if
It's
you
real
have
simple.
disposable rat cell phones.
I just plug in like a Furby or a Raspberry Pi to like a public phone line out in the boonies, and that's where they all go. And then a crow picks up the Furby, and you never find evidence of what did it. Trust me, her being in an office building is suicide on her part. There's machines in there, computers, there's cameras. We can, my people can go in completely plain clothes, and no one's gonna be able to, know what's going on until it's too late. Oh no.
Well, one smart caveat to that.
We have a home turf advantage.
Well, she's a will worker, and your people probably count as sleepwalkers, so they wouldn't be as bad for casting magic when it comes down to. But
Toby kind of looks
What,
up.
do you think we should go?
yes,
Toby kind of looks up and goes, "Yeah, that is kind of the bonus to having a bunch of sleepwalkers around. Is their magic, like my magic, becomes very hard to cast without problems happening."
Are you saying we should go the other way then? Make sure there's a lot of people around to perceive her and make her magic that much more difficult?
So
Because we can do that.
It's a give and take.
you're putting a lot more innocent people in danger that way, but that's one surefire way of dealing with will workers.
So if we were dealing with the technocracy, I would absolutely recommend that we do this. But she's not technocracy. She's worse. She doesn't care. I would rather her have the benefit of being able to cast a little bit easier instead of her hurting people who don't deserve to be hurt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Plus, if she's doing
All
great,
right.
then
Uh,
that's coincidental. Okay, so yeah, let's go with your plan. End of sadness.
do we want boots on the ground? Because having one of my teams in place might give us some manpower, some extra options. But if you think it's too dangerous for them, I could always have them hold off. None of them are really combat tested yet. Hasn't come up.
Well, if they're combat capable, I think they'd fare better than at least myself.
All right, then yeah, okay. We should probably bring a few of my. We should probably bring a few of the children in then, to make sure we at least have cover for you guys. A resource team.
I'm just thinking,
Does that sound
what
good?
if we did have an actual bomb threat in the building and it collapsed on her?
Oh, not sure if I'm.
I mean, I'm down with that. I have a team for that.
So both of those are workable. I guess out of character, how do you guys want to deal with this threat?
Right? Like, look, if these buildings are so crucial to the ritual that them being around is going to help her, I can make a call and those buildings can start being knocked down. And then she has nothing to use to actually like do her ritual.
Hmm.
Well-
You said that she relies on luck, though, right? That's what you said?
Luck and
yeah.
physics.
Luck and physics is what that I saw from her.
It sounds to me like something collapsing on top of her would be something that she could easily combat. You know, oh no, I'm very lucky, so nothing hits me on the way down. Oh no, physics.
Fair
Move
enough.
it over there, so I'm not sure. Plus, I don't really think we
Yeah.
want to do huge
Well-
public demolitions. I like the buildings.
Yeah, buildings are great, but an office building's not a building, it's a cage. So, no love lost there.
All right, so for reals though, I want to let you all know that one of the buildings that she's going to teleport to is 20 Fenchurch Street.
Oh.
I don't know what that
Oh.
is.
That's the one that I talked about earlier. About
Oh, you
the
know
one
what?
that
Maybe
melts cars.
Maybe we can demolish that
Oh,
one.
the laser building?
Yeah, yeah, the laser building.
Chevron Laser React building.
Right? Oh, the death laser building is something we want to keep.
I'm suddenly that plan has rocketed up to high tier now.
Listen, you guys can just fight her inside there and cause enough collateral damage to cause it to collapse after you called in the bomb threat.
Ah, this is.
It's win-win-win.
Yeah, my smart rats can head on inside and cut security because I just don't want to spend a lot of time taking over security there. And then once we go in after the threat goes, there won't be really any evidence of our presence. So once we're out, right?
Okay, so
Yes, minus all the police being around for the bomb threat.
No. What we do is we call in bomb threats in several other areas that they'll be drawn to so all their resources are spread too thin. Like how you get out of a speeding ticket.
By having 10 other people speed tickets as well?
No, you call in a bomb threat, or you have their phone text them that one of their family members is in the hospital. They immediately don't give the ticket and head off.
I feel like you've done this before.
this
Have you guys not?
no.
No.
Huh. I mean, it's real easy, ways to get out of these situations. Like, it's like the first thing in the book.
Your mind is terrifying into sadness.
Have you tried driving?
No really response to that.
Have you tried driving an expensive car so they wouldn't pull you over?
Oh, you're talking about that fucking purple Royce you have? Oh my god, that car's cherry.
Yes.
Oh,
So
I can at least get us out of
Jealous.
there. as I said, in and out, it would be fairly easy for me
Yeah.
to do. I guess I could be.
Yeah, you flip us over to the spirit world.
Oh yeah, that would make it
Right.
easy.
That's our escape plan.
I would.
We go in ghost, we flip on out, no mortals.
Take them out. Go back ghost, and then, hey, listen, Rowan.
Yes.
I would love to see the spirit world.
Sure. Sure. Do you want to go there now? I mean, I have to go scout it out anyway. I need to see if it's easy for me to get in and out.
It should be fine for you, buddy. I believe in you.
No, I mean,
Th-
there
th-
are
this
places that are easier and harder to get out of.
Oh,
So I would like to go there.
I was going to say, this is me, the GM, being like, hey, don't worry about wasting the essence to do that.
Oh, okay. This is you, the GM, saying, let's just get to the good part.
Yeah. This is me, the GM, being like, hey, there's an actual fight that you guys have agreed to do coming up. Don't waste your essence on things you don't have to do, bud. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we don't need to do the legwork, prep work. We can just assume that happens, and so on for the expediency's sake.
Yeah.
Like any good heist movie, we're past the tedious part where the group assembles and goes, "You son of a bitch," and now we're getting ready for the heist.
All right.
Yeah.
The heist is a murder, though.
Like-
we're stealing her life.
Like, if you guys want to say you do it the following day, I'm totally cool with just hand waving the you found the place that is the you found the entrance and exit that has the lowest difficulty in the area of the gauntlet to get you guys in and out with minimal trouble. I'm totally cool with like hand waving that if you guys want to just like kind of like almost like a montage of like you did this and then everyone else did these other things to prepare. I'm totally cool with that.
So, 1, 2,
yeah.
6. Actually, give me a second. Oh no, I don't have enough essence to do what we're planning.
Did you also count in regeneration of essence in the spirit world?
No, I didn't do that. So it's going to take me, if we all go in, it's 1 essence per person. So if we, and at each point, whenever we cross the threshold. So that would be 4 trips. So that I need at least 12 motes to do this.
Well, we go in live, and then we leave via the spirit world. So you're only flipping the door once, and then for the return's not that big of a deal because we'll be in a safe area and we can just flip back.
Okay, yeah.
Like, if we have to spend a little time in the spirit world, that's not a big deal. What this means is we can't bring a big team.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, shit. How do we want to do this? Because we're counting on the spirit world being our escape path, and there's 1, 2, 3 of us, not including any NPCs.
Well, we can always punch into the sewers. Just
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my plan.
shouldn't be that hard to set that up.
All right. Yeah, this will
Yeah.
be the
And
emergency
plus, I
exit.
can get... Yeah. You know, worst comes to worst, you bail some people out into the spirit world and take them out of here, and then who remains has to find their own way home.
All right.
Alrighty then. Sounds like we're all ready.
Okay. All right. So, for my prep work, we got to make sure we get the building cleared out, right? Like, that's going to be a priority.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And once we get it cleared out, we're not going to want people inside, right? Or if they do come inside, in my mind, she's going to be in an upper floor, and that building's really tall. So when that building locks down, as long as we cut the elevators, it's going to take forever for first responders to actually get up to the higher floors and interfere with however this fight breaks down. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. You know, the doors locked down and all that shit.
Yeah, that works.
So we delay time for like the mortals making their way up to us, which means it gives us a bunch of time to deal with her in the building. That should be simple enough to prep on my own, and I'll also, like, if this is going to be like a... Okay, if we can't bring Fomori, because we can't really escape a bunch of them, then I'm probably going to bring a few of those Boston Dynamic dogs and like flight drones and animal Fomori because the animals can escape a lot easier. We need to go. I need to go to the kennel.
Oh boy.
Fuck the robots. I'll withdraw some dogs from the kennel.
Okay. I don't think that we have talked about the kennel on podcast on recording.
So the very brief overview is End of Sadness collects animals, and some of them have to be turned into Fomori to survive, and the kennel is where they live. And it's a nice place. End of Sadness takes care of them, and they're taken care of by the rest of the cult. There's another place called the farm where the healthy animals go to get adopted out
Oh.
that aren't Fomori. Yeah, it's an actual farm.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna grab a few loyal dogs. Like, I don't know, 4 dogs should be good, you think, guys? They're half demon.
What does half demon do to their stats? Because there's probably going to
It
be
makes them a
attack rolls
Fomori.
that get to be rolled.
There should be a default stat block in the book for Fomori, and then you just assign what powers you think they have. If I were you, I'd go for the ones that crank up their strength, dex, and stamina. I'm not allowed to make my own Fomori and give you generic stat blocks for what an average, cyber demon dog looks like. So that's on you, dog.
Okay. During the break, I will make that and get that ready.
Sure.
So you said 4 dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring 4 dogs with me.
Okay.
And obviously I'll have rats on me, but they're utility animals.
Okay.
Same with crows.
Okay. Rigel and Rowan, anything that you guys want to do before we take a small break for me to make those NPCs?
Like, I don't know much of a combat character, so I'm guessing maybe I'll be doing some support somewhere else. Dealing with cutting the elevators and so on. Something craft related maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you're going to be. It's not the exact trope, but I want to say like Rigel during combat is going to be the guy in the van.
Yeah.
So Rigel is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you could coordinate.
Go ahead.
We could have a literal van type thing set up where information is being fed to you from like security demons, and you could be helping us coordinate because we'll be in the middle of the firefight over an earpiece, I guess. Do you have stats and powers to let you do good stuff with that?
Oh, I don't have powers to help you guys or anything. Again, I'm a crafter, so anything if you want to disassemble stuff or assemble stuff, I can do that.
Right, but he can be on a different floor, like stopping the elevators from coming up, or like, hey, Rigel, she's trying to cast a fireball. Can you let the sprinkler system go off on this side?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So Rigel's going to basically be your guy in the van. He's going to be like your support guy who is not in combat but is helping with it.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds great, especially with your ability to deal with tech stuff or like machinery and stuff.
And Rowan, is there anything that you want to help out with besides obviously Tobias is going to be coming in to help you guys.
Okay. Rowan is just going to be basically the escape route who can hold his own.
Okay. All right then. If we could pause, I'm gonna write up those dogs and everything, and everyone take 5. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and then we should be good for this Nephandi fight.
All right.
Okay.
The third act.
The third.
Also, we should probably stop the recording and upload what we have so far, and then start a second file. Do you think that's a good idea?
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Just so it uploads.
And we're back.
So, with preparations finished, you all find yourself. What time do you guys go to the building?
When is she going to this building? That'll kind of let us know how much earlier we'll get there.
She is going to be there around 4:00 in the afternoon.
So, what do you figure, guys? About a couple minutes beforehand?
Probably.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, 15 minutes at least.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys go there. There is a lot of commotion there, as that people are ducking around little bits that are on the sidewalk. You can kind of see them like moving away from stray sunbeams, essentially. And as you guys are there, just for effect's sake, could you all please roll me at a difficulty 6, a stamina and athletics roll?
Oof. So that's 1 dice for me. I guess I'll spend a willpower on that.
Are you sure? 3 successes.
1 success.
Two successes.
All right.
For some reason, it was rolling my dice over and over, and I realized that 10 again had selected itself.
Oh no. So,
Yeah.
End of Sadness and Rowan. There's a sudden gust of wind that billows through your clothes that kind of like, if you guys were wearing capes or like trench coats or something, or jackets that were open, this would be the perfect time to look cool, as that you like had your hands on your hips looking at the building that your target was going to be in. The people that you have brought with you, or other NPCs, kind of, well, Tobias kind of stands with you all and does the same thing. Rigel, on the other hand, takes a step forward and is blown a little bit back by a sudden gust of wind. It's not much. It doesn't throw you out into the road, but it's enough to kind of stop the scene from having a good, like if there was a camera looking in front of you, you would have messed up the shot.
Oh no.
Your hair is blown this way and that. It doesn't look the best. But that's
Nah.
fine. That's not what you guys aren't here to look cool. You guys are here to solve a problem. So, you all walk into 20 Fenchurch Street.
God's
And
this building.
This building is so horrible. How are you guys going to go up to the Sky Garden? Are you taking the elevators? Are you taking the stairs?
Are we clearing this building the way we said we were? Like,
I believe so.
Probably.
Yes.
Okay, so End of Sadness walks in a bomb squad outfit with a bunch of dogs in bomb squad outfits, and the bomb call gets called in, and the evacuation order starts going in.
Okay.
Because that was the plan, right?
Right.
Yep.
That was in fact the plan.
Okay.
I just wanted to double check.
By the way, this is not a real life bomb squad costume. End of Sadness paid a costumer to make it, on Patreon or whatever.
So you currently look like Fat Man from Metal Gear Solid 2?
I'm going to assume in good faith, yes.
Basically, you have a bomb disposal jacket.
Actually, Peter made a good point in text. Peter has perfect craftsman powers, so this might be something he whipped up real quick.
Oh.
Which might be a I think that's better. Yeah, Pete did this.
Yeah. I am. You don't need the roller skates if you don't want them.
Okay.
You also don't have to be bald.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Well, since probably like if that bomb thing got called, which means all the elevators went off, we could always do a manual override and get you guys up there fast while everybody is rushing down on the stairs.
That's perfect. If we can do that, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go down to the service thing for the elevators and just rig something up because apparently they do
Manual
have
override.
manual overrides there.
Yeah. Do you have a charm that can do that, or do you want to roll something for that?
Well, I'll use my craftsman needs no tools and yeah.
With craftsman needs no tools, you could easily do that. I just want to make sure. Besides that,
Do you want a dog with you just in case?
I mean, I should be fine. I'm far away from everybody else and looking inconspicuous.
Okay.
okay. So then all the dogs are going with End of Sadness and Rowan.
Yes.
Yeah, as soon as we get into the elevator, End of Sadness will start stripping off the bomb squad costume off of him or them and going under the dogs and like starting to grab bits from like their satchels that are hidden under their bomb dog armor.
Is
Okay.
this the point where we stop being incognito?
Yeah, this feels about right.
Tobias just kind of looks.
We're going to the top levels. End of Sadness will just point this out. We're going to the top levels, and if I know, and we check the evacuation schedule for this building, the exec levels get evacuated first on the fire elevators. So when we get up there, it should be nearly empty.
Yes, and the public viewing area just closed down, so all the people were taken out shootout anyway. So,
Exactly.
all right.
It's a good thing.
On the fly, End of Sadness and Whispers are taking parts from those satchels and assembling makeshift shotguns out of them and loading them and getting like ammo bandoliers on.
On the ride up, the 44 floors or so. I'm sorry. 40 floors. There's 37 plus the 3-story Sky Garden.
Good God.
Right. On the ride up, Tobias, just like, if you all need anything, let me know. I can help you out. He kind of like clenches his fist and goes, making weapons out of nothing is my forte. Well, not nothing. I need things, but I can do it.
All right.
If not, just give me. Let me know what you want me to do. Basically, what I'm letting you guys do with Tobias is that if you guys wanted to like either contact him over like cell phone for like Rigel talking to him, or like you two yelling orders to him to do something cool to set you all up, he will totally do it. He is a.
I would like to point out
Go ahead.
we should all have Bluetooth earpieces at this point.
True.
Little mics.
Yeah, we have them now. It's been handled.
Yeah.
You guys are set up with a comm system.
Sounds rad. Yeah, so basically, you all are on the comm system, and he's basically like, hey, if you guys need me to make you anything or to set up something cool for you, let me know, and I will get it done. Technically speaking, Tobias is an Arete 2 Matter Mage, but he has points in Matter, Forces, and Time. So he can do a little bit of timey-wimey bullshit, but not a whole lot. And he can set up shields for you guys, and he can do minor transmutations. So, like, if you guys theoretically needed a slide made out of materials that are there, he could totally do it. And he could know to do it ahead of time. Like, he could kind of, like, set himself up. But he can't, like, grant you guys with time powers. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, he has the spheres to be, like, a really cool support character, but he doesn't have the spheres to be, like, combat-oriented.
Sounds good.
So, Sadness, Rowan, Tobias, Whispers, and the 4 bomb dogs get up to the Sky Garden. The Sky Garden, despite its name, is more like a bunch of potted plants and trees put onto a floor that could hold, like, a cafe. Maybe not a cafe, maybe a small restaurant. But it's not the kind of interesting looks that the words Sky Garden evokes. It's very... The words Sky Garden undersell this as hard as we can possibly say.
We throw some serious shade at that sun laser building.
Throwing some serious shade at this building that has actually cost people money.
It is more like a mall food court than anything.
Huh.
A mall food court has more greenery than the Sky Garden, according to Google image search.
So anyway,
you all get there. And upon getting there, you see that there are a couple of people. There is a rather average height lady with blonde hair, glasses, and a black dress, standing in front of a tree in a pot that is dead. Across from the potted tree is a tall beanpole of a man who is more like lanky, sinewy, like very long-limbed, almost unnaturally so, and is staring, I don't want to say slack-jawed, but is staring towards the lady in a subservient pose. If they were west and east, on the north and south are 2 other forms that look like emaciated people? Question mark? The best way that I can put them is they look almost ghoul-ish. There is a certain lack of color to their skin. Their hair is non-existent, and you can kind of see like the veins coursing through their body. They do not look healthy. Their lips are kind of curled back, and their fingernails are elongated, despite the sun that is clearly beating down on them. They almost just reflect it back. They are that kind of pale that does not appear to absorb any kind of like sunlight to help them. It's not a good look. The two that are at the north and south appear to be bowing, raising up, bowing again, raising up, as the two that are at west and east are chanting at this dying plant. That as the doors of the elevator open, you all can see this plant is withering. All other plants in the area are alive, healthy, well to do. This one is withering and dying. What do you all do?
Well, Rowan looks to End of Sadness. He said, "No more incognito, I suppose."
And Sadness nods. A rat runs out from their pants to plug into the nearby sound system and run a track from Doom 2016.
All right. Rowan cracks his neck, and what little anima you can see fades to black as it covers his entire skin, and he quite swiftly transforms into a probably 7-8 foot tall half stag man just looming down from behind End of Sadness.
And Sadness gestures to you. I knew you had another voice in there.
Perhaps not the time.
Looking over as you all exit the elevator. Let's see. Who is first on this? Oh, it's Rowan.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
Rowan, you can see Felicity Butler there. She has. Obviously, you guys are not hiding your presence. Has noticed you, but has not had the chance to act. You move at initiative 17.
All right.
What do you want to do, bud?
Rowan, still covered in the darkness from his no moon anima, like the terrible night stalker that he is embodying, leaps from what little shadow there was and barrels full forward towards Felicity at his double speed rate to slam at her and throw her away from her plant. It seems like a good idea, but why not? Basically, going to strike at her.
Okay, so that sounds like a dex and brawl roll to hit her.
All right. I believe.
Difficulty is going to be a 6. Let me know how many successes that you get.
I might as well use one of my excellencies to add in some extra dice. Difficulty 6, you said?
Yep.
That's 4 successes.
Oof. Okay. She is not going to abort her attack action and is instead going to take this. So if you could roll me, you said 4 successes?
Correct.
What is your strength?
In this form, 5.
Holy shit, bud. Okay, if you could roll me 9 dice at difficulty 6.
Unless your whatever you're using to hurt her has some modifier, like
It does have
something.
modifier.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
What is the modifier?
+2. Sorry, brawl inflicts strength +2 damage.
Okay,
There you
then
go.
add another 2 dice to that.
Okay. That would be 9 pieces of damage.
Lethal?
I believe so.
Yes.
Roll soak.
Okay. She is going to use, seeing you come in and being very stunned at the sudden act of this deer coming out of a fucking elevator. She is going to use some of her magic to try and soak it. She's going to use some of her forces magic specifically
All right.
to try and sap some of the force from your hit before that she soaks it. And she is going to use one of her quintessence to get an automatic success. She is going to get one success on that, which is going to lower your damage down to 8 from 9, and then she is going to attempt to soak it. And she's going to soak 2 damage, having you deal 6 lethal to her. Holy shit, bud. The way that actual World of Darkness combat works is obscene.
Yes.
She is gored by your antlers, flung backwards. She more or less hits a wall, like some of the glass, and it kind of cracks behind her from the force that you just hit her with, and she kind of slides down with a dazed look in her face. And that is your turn. After 17, the next one up is
2 cyber dogs.
2 cyber dogs.
Blinky and Clyde.
So, Blinky, now that their equipment's off, these are 4 large dogs. Blinky was probably like a German Shepherd that was rescued from like a hit and run or something. They were going to put him down, and now he's a cyber demon. He's coated in an exoskeleton of brass and black armor that looks like it came from like a bulldozer. Blinky is going to chase down one of those emaciated ghouls and hit it on 2 successes for 4 damage.
You said 2 successes to hit it?
Yeah, on 4 damage because I rolled the damage dice.
Okay. The emaciated doesn't
Familiar
abort it. I'm trying to think of on if it wants to abort its action to try to dodge.
Okay.
No, you know what? I think that it's going to. Let's say that you're going on the guy who is. Which one? Do you want to hit
Familiar
the one at
one.
13 or the one at 11?
The one on 13.
Okay.
I'm prioritizing the high initiative guys.
It's gonna take it. Let me roll its soak real quick. It soaks none of it. So that
4
is
damage.
3 damage, I believe you said. Or no, 4?
Yeah, 4.
4, okay. Right, and then what is the other one going to do?
So Clyde is an actual fireman Dalmatian, and it had a pretty bad accident, and the firefighters came to me about it, and I kind of took over Clyde. So I'm taking care of Clyde now. Clyde is built in with a plasma cannon in its mouth that it charges on Familiar 1 on and fires at, and I fucked it up and missed, so nothing happens.
Oh no.
But probably because it got tumbled over, it didn't get hit by a plasma round made of hellfire.
Wow. Okay.
Oh shit, I didn't roll for Pinky yet. I'll get to Pinky.
Well, as that I normally do, player characters go before NPCs. So if you want to go for Pinky, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just getting the math together. Okay, add roll 7 dice. All right, so Pinky's also going to go for 13 on 2 successes.
13 on 2 successes. Okay. How much damage are you doing?
10 dice.
Holy shit. Okay. Familiar 1 is going to. What is Pinky doing?
Well, I got 4 successes on it, but Pinky is going to jump on Familiar 1, the one that the other 2 have already attacked, and join on in tearing it apart.
Oh boy. Familiar 1 is this ghoul. You know what? No, they're gonna risk it. They have tried to. They're gonna be dumb. They're gonna risk it. How much damage is that?
I got to go back to the page. 4.
4. Okay. They somehow soak 3. And yet, I think. Oh, no. So they take 1 damage. All right. So next up, at 13, is Familiar 1. That ghoul that just got attacked by Pinky. They are going to take long claws that they kind of extend from their hands and go to rake at the dog's neck.
I'm going to have to do a soak roll, so which dog?
It's going to be Pinky.
Pinky. Okay, perfect. They have soak 7.
Okay, so they do succeed with 1 success. And then I'm going to roll damage.
4 successes on the soak roll.
Okay. They get 3 successes on damage, so Pinky takes no damage. Pinky soaks all of it.
Oh, man. Now who's disposable Pentex?
After 13 is 11, which is Rigel, but also the second familiar. So let's switch the camera from the bloody everything that's happening to Rigel down in the tech lab, or wherever that Rigel is controlling everything. Being able to see everything. There's a couple options that are open to you, Rigel, from sprinklers to fire suppression systems to literally anything else that a standard modern day sorry, my words are lost on me. Modern day skyscraper might have from the central hub. Is there anything you would like to use to help your friends?
Well, let's give it a fire suppression, but it seems that we have the fire dog over on our side. So it seems that, there isn't really anything I'd need to help with right now, so I guess I'll just hold my action? Maybe?
Okay. If you're going to hold your action, what I'm going to let you do is if you see anything during either an enemy turn or a player turn that you think you can help with, that'll like turn the tides in case it like rolls are bad or you want to add the damage, just let me know and we will like kind of work that in.
Sounds good.
Okay. So after 11s comes to Familiar 2, which is also at 11. After the this familiar has seen this deer run out of the elevator and just absolutely maybe not murder Felicity, but really freaking close to it. This ghoulish thing gets up and goes to try and take out Rowan with a clawed hand. It is rolling its dex and brawl. Rowan,
Yes.
So you've already had your turn. You can either sacrifice your next turn to dodge, or just let it go and soak. We'll let you know this thing just got 5 successes on you.
I don't know what that probably sounds like. I should try to dodge.
So when you dodge, even if you don't succeed, whatever your dodge number is going to detract from their total successes.
Okay.
However, if you use a defense, basically what you're doing is you're kind of, since you've already gone during this turn, you're kind of using your next turn
Okay.
to like negate it.
All right. No, that sounds reasonable in this case.
So dodge would be dex and athletics.
Okay. Difficulty
6.
Okay. That'd
So-
be 3.
Okay. So that means that this thing gets 2+ on you from their strength of 3. So I'm going to roll that real quick. Oof. Okay, Rowan. Do you have any things that help you with soak?
I don't believe so. Just other than high stamina.
What is your stamina?
5.
They rolled to deal you 4 bashing damage with their claws.
Okay.
So if you could roll your stamina.
Okay. 2. So 2 bashing
Okay.
then.
So you take 2 bashing, which is like the equivalent of like 1 lethal or whatever. It's one of those like weird like.
Well, you get into -1 health thing, so there you'll be
Yeah.
rolling at -1 now.
Okay.
Okay, so that was 11. So next up would be 10, which is End of Sadness.
Okay. End of Sadness is going to level their shotgun at Familiar 2. Just going to shoot them. They're not surrounded by allies yet. Just going to take an easy shot.
Okay.
So that is Dex plus Firearms, which is 6. Oh, turn off on subtract. 2 successes, and a shotgun is
I believe that it's 8 lethal.
8 damage. Yeah, so 8 plus 2?
8 plus
Um,
Or
1.
8 plus 1? 8 plus 1, thank you.
8 plus 1.
4 damage.
I'm going to have them try to soak it. Because they're
Go for it.
supernatural, so they get to soak it. They don't have a whole lot of soak. They managed to soak 2 damage.
Okay, just 2 then.
Okay, and Asadis was at 10, and then the next person who's at 10 is Felicity Butler, who currently has a -5 and is against the wall. She is going to just like cough up like a huge gout of blood, like almost like anime style, as that Rowan dealt an extreme amount of internal damage to her. And she looks to the other person that isn't one of the familiars, and she just kind of smiles and she goes, "Deacon, take out that deer. Not gonna die for nothing." And you all kind of feel for a moment. Oh, never mind. Maybe not never mind, but you all feel for a moment as it feels like reality itself is kind of pressing in on you all, like that kind of feeling as if that you're holding your hands at just the point before your knuckles crack. But it's not there, and it refuses to bend, and it's a kind of a tense moment, and then the pressure releases as this young lady who pointed towards Rowan has a sudden growth of red and black sprout up from belly button to like right shoulder, like out about like 3 feet, that she just starts yelling about as her magic backfires and she takes 8 levels of lethal from Paradox Backlash.
Oh, jeez.
Ah,
How poorly did they
well,
roll?
that's mage for you.
That's Mage for you.
What a well-made game.
Yep, she wraps around into full egg, so I guess she explodes.
She super explodes in cancerous outgrowths. Oof.
Can I use charisma to make it seem like Rowan did that?
I don't know if I want to be responsible for that.
Just so hard, she explodes.
I don't know that either, though, because
True.
it seems like it'd be cool if people knew that if the deer ever touches you, you explode. It's like a M. Night Shyamalan movie. The deer makes you explode.
You know what? Let me look at Okay, so obviously
In
you're
order
not
for me
going
to
to get
take
the
a moment
transparent
away.
bonus from charisma. Mm, do you want to roll me? I'm not going to give you the leadership bonus on this. Do
No.
you want to
Charisma and
roll me
subterfuge.
manipulation and subterfuge? I'm going to say difficulty 8 on if the deer touches you, you explode.
I can get that through body language, sure. Unless you don't want it, Sam.
Oh no, I think it's funny. Go for it.
Good. I'm glad. It's the only
Ah,
reason this matters. I spend a willpower.
you literally be Fist of the North Star. You punch someone and they monologue for a bit, and then they explode.
Oh no.
No successes, but I spent a willpower.
So one.
Okay, you get one success. You successfully convince the familiars that the deer in deer speech yelled, and then he now has 10. Now Felicity had 10 seconds to live, and then exploded.
Yeah, Shinjiru.
Good. That's all I ever wanted.
Hokuto no Shinken.
Look, all I'm saying is if there's any survivors, that's going to spread around and people are going to be more afraid of you. And that's all we really want here.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
We're inverting the
Um,
power structure.
I'm gonna say
Oh, dear.
that to not freak out all of the other people that aren't Felicity spend a willpower. Because I'll be real, that was scary.
Ah,
Not you guys, but the enemies spend a willpower.
fair, fair.
There it is.
You guys knew this was coming.
Well,
Maybe not the cancer.
explosion.
Maybe not the cancer explosion, but the enemies were like, oh no.
Oh,
This
this
was
was
you.
exactly how End of Sadness imagined the night going.
This is what you get for teleporting all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is matching up to expectations.
Sadness just went. So next up is
Whisper.
Ah, excellent. Okay, so Whisper got 7 successes, and the damage they roll is 6 lethal on top of the 7 successes, so 12
Who-
dice of damage.
who are
are
you
you attacking?
targeting?
Familiar 1. No, wait, Familiar 2.
Okay. Familiar 2 is gonna try to dodge that.
And that'll affect my damage dice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 12. Tell me how many you shave off.
I shave off 5 somehow.
So
I got
7.
8, 8, 8, 8, and 9. So you do not.
Wait, oh, shoot. I didn't have the difficulty. I had the difficulty set to 8. That's why this was causing problems.
Oh no.
5 damage.
Okay. Familiar 2 is at -1, so.
How long do they soak?
They took 1.
-5.
Oh boy. So next up at 7 is Inky.
Shit. Inky is going to maul Familiar 1.
Okay. Familiar
Right.
1
Should've
is at
prepped that one.
-2.
7 dice.
I think that they've already tried to dodge, so I don't think they can try to dodge again.
Yeah, that's the magic of focus fire.
Multiple action penalty.
3 successes.
Roll damage.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay,
Soak.
so damage from Inky is strength +1 aggravated. So they can't soak this if unless they're really good. Because that's actually really hard to do in World of Darkness.
Okay.
So they get a beautiful Oh, hey, I had a 1 and a 10 that cancel each other out, so no aggravated damage.
Holy shit.
Womp.
They live today.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Inky does egg. Blinky and Pinky have an exoskeleton, and Clyde has a plasma gun.
Okay. Next up, finally, at Initiative 7, is the other mage. This is going to get fun. Or it has the opportunity to get fun.
Oh, just to interrupt slightly, but when she was alive, Felicity was a creature of darkness, right? 'Cause she
Oh,
was
absolutely.
Okay, good.
Nephandis, if anyone tries to argue with Nephandis being a creatures of darkness, I will give them my home address and I have an axe ready for them because they are absolutely a creature of darkness.
Oh my god, right? Mage fans.
Listen, I don't get up in arms about some things. But the one thing that I do get up in arms about is the bad guys are not the good guys. Get fucked.
Right?
So, what does this mage that we forgot to cap did do?
Hey, I did my part.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm joking. I'm doing my part.
Just cap the pointy hat.
Never deal with dragons.
All right. So, Deacon is going to make a roll. Deacon is going to make a roll and use some quintessence on that roll to give him an automatic success.
Can I use a
Okay.
willpower on mage rolls?
So, what the Deacon is going to do is the first thing that he is going to do is, for a moment, he's staring shocked at Felicity's body, and the next moment he is on top of Rowan as there is a slight pop and then repop as that he has moved space and time to help him. Rowan, you suddenly find a mage on top of you on your deer back. You can either roll me Dex and Athletics to try and buck him off, or soak whatever's coming your way.
Haven't I used up my action, though?
You're right. You have.
I mean, not that I want to, but... So just the soak, then?
Yes, the soak is going to be what's coming. He's going to hit you with a brawl, Dex and Brawl of 4.
Okay.
And he is going to be adding lethal damage to his attack.
Alright, and I have 5 stamina, minus 1 for the bashing. That is a 3. Nice.
Ironically, he rolls a 3 to hit you, or for damage. So you do not take any damage, but you can feel his entropic claws sink into your rib cage, and your essence and your like the blessing of Luna pushes it back, as that you do not take any damage, but you know that he was intending to rip apart your pattern.
Not great. No.
And using that fancy 4 successes that he got on his time ability, he's going to take a second attack to swing over to Blinky, one of the dogs. Because he's a bad guy, so of course he's going to attack a dog.
His funeral. Now he's in melee with them.
He rolls with a space-bending grasp on his hand. He got 3 successes to hit. He's going to be dealing... he deals 3 lethal damage as his fingertips are laced with the correspondence of the Nephandic labyrinth, as that he literally pets the doggo in the most obscene fashion and rips their flesh into the labyrinth.
Which would have been great if this guy wasn't a hack who sucked the bad demon juice and failed, because my hell juice is better, soak 4.
Fantastic.
As this Nephandi chump runs into something that has better mojo and better options.
Okay, so I believe that.
By the way,
oh, go ahead.
To Critters of Darkness, I radiate that aura with that charm I have. Creatures of Darkness like this asshole understand that I'm their better conceptually.
So I believe that is the end of the first round. Who's next? I believe that Rowan, you already used your next turn to dodge.
Right.
Oh no, Rowan could buck him.
Who's after that?
Looks like Blinky and Clyde.
Blinky and Clyde.
So I rolled for Blinky and Clyde. Blinky hit on 3 successes for Familiar 1. Are they going to try to dodge or get out of the way or make that not happen?
They are not going to.
Okay. 10 lethal dice coming down the pipe.
They literally do not have enough stamina to soak that.
Okay, 4 damage.
You said 4 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally that would kill them anyway. They have with the negatives they only have like 1 die.
All right. So Clyde got 3 successes on Familiar 2.
They go ahead and roll it. Just make sure you don't roll 0 damage.
Yeah, 7 lethal for that one.
Yeah, you good.
And 2 damage. So I think that takes it out.
Yeah.
That does in fact take it out.
Okay. In that case, we move down to Initiative 13 on Pinky. And Pinky's going for the one last guy standing in the room. So...
Hello, Deacon.
Oh, yeah. 7 dice again. Yeah, 4 successes.
Okay. Deacon is going to use his turn in reaction, spend a willpower, and use magic. And he's going to, like...
I would like to warn Deacon that there's 11 dice of lethal coming down the pipe.
If he can... How much damage did you say this was? Or what was the roll to hit? The roll to hit was like a 4, right?
4 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks, but theoretically, he can do this with his Arete 4. He is going to spend a Quintessence and a Willpower, and he is going to use his Clyphotic correspondence to try and open a portal in front of him, and send the damage towards Rowan.
Oof.
Oh, this might not be
Good
good.
thing you're the healer type,
Uh,
right? You're a lunar. You have a bunch of regeneration innate tricks, right?
He's just the white mage.
I assumed.
no.
I assumed.
He manages.
Oh no.
He only manages to do 3 on his roll versus your 4. So
Uh-oh.
the damage is not thrown at Rowan, but it is 3 of that damage that you had done is negated. Like basically it's shunted off into elsewhere as if he opens up a clyphotic portal.
So roll the 11 dice and just take 3 off the result?
No.
Yeah.
Roll 3 less dice.
Wait.
Right?
Yeah, roll 3
Okay,
dice.
I'll roll 8 dice then. Okay. 1 success.
Okay.
Lethal.
And that was his turn.
Oh, that's a problem for him then, because there's no
Yeah,
one
it is.
else left. Can we have captured him, and now he's on a chopping block in front of Rowan?
Honestly, with his plan having kind of turned south, there's no other familiars. Felicity is dead. It's just him. I'm totally cool with you guys kind of like with us kind of fast forwarding that you guys kind of corner him, and he goes, let me get a voice for this guy. Wait. I give up.
Yeah, you misunderestimate who's in charge of the waiting and the giving up here.
Well, I am last. I give up. I can give information if you let me live.
Boy. All right, Rowan, this is your show. How do you want this to play out?
Well, honestly, it's more about Tobias. We're the one helping him.
Tobias kind of looks to you all, realizing that I totally forgot to roll a thing for him to help out. Oof.
No, it's fine. This was more of show and tell. It's good that Tobias didn't interfere. We were trying to show Tobias what's going to happen to people that try shit with us.
Tobias kind of looks to you all and goes, if he's truthful with us, tell him if he can find a place that the traditions don't care about, he's welcome to it. Otherwise, he's dead.
I see. I think
That's
goodness. What?
That's an interesting offer. Rowan, how did you want this to play out?
I'm not particularly fond of murdering people, and seeing Miss Butler explode in a pile of cancer was quite disgusting. So, less death is better, in my opinion. But you are... I can feel just the blackness oozing from you.
Tobias
Look,
walks up to you, Rowan, and just goes, listen, Rowan, this man, he is Barabi. He has given himself to the labyrinth. He will kill and kill again. Get what information you can from him. And then end his suffering.
Also, I just want to point out, even if he wasn't super mega evil magic, hey buddy, you ever killed anyone before?
No.
Yeah, its life is already forfeit.
I'm going to give you guys
Even without the evil.
a moment to figure out what you're going to ask him, but the moment that you say his life is already forfeit, like, this guy is already formulating a air quotes escape strategy.
Yeah, I have a pitch for the Nephandi that is actually the lead into that pitch is your life's already forfeit. We're now negotiating the terms of what happens after this life.
What happens after this life is not of my concern. The next unfortunate child that will inherit my avatar.
That's not what's going to happen.
You say that.
You made a deal with me,
They'll be
and I'm
born
pissed
with your
about
slant.
it. Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
Have you ever seen The Omen?
Oh my god.
You
Are these guys all this stupid?
Kill me and some poor child somewhere, maybe in Brixton, maybe in Ireland, maybe somewhere in the United States, will inherit my evil.
Okay, watch this. This is going to be fun. What's the one thing you want most in the world? What would you do to improve yourself? Just off the top of your head.
The destruction of all government.
about yourself.
No, it has to be about yourself. About yourself. Come on.
I
Like,
would
if you could
love
improve
it.
one thing about yourself, what would it be?
The one thing that I want is for the gauntlet between labyrinth and reality to be destroyed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever dot would help that he gets. I'm guessing intelligence, because this does not seem like a thinker. So, wish granted.
You just wish grant him intelligence 5?
Well,
I think he
plus
only
one
got
dot.
one.
Plus 1 dot.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't have said that out loud. We were clearly leading you. Like, oh my god, what's your name? What's your mage name? Is it Thinkingstein?
I am Deacon Lane, and my avatar
Okay.
shall help towards dissension
Okay,
through
enough
all
of that.
ages to
Can't
come.
Yeah, I can't believe I can't believe this is the smarter version of you, Deacon. Okay. So, I'm now going to reveal to you what just happened through magic. So now you understand that I just granted you a wish, idiot. And now you understand what the consequences of defying me are. Do you see how you're immediately condemned to an afterlife? Probably your avatar too, of my choosing, where I get to lord over you forever.
So
Because there were
as
context
soon-
clues in this conversation earlier, Deacon, where I was saying stuff about how you made a deal with me and I'm pissed about it, and you talked about the omen. That was a context clue.
as
I'm
soon,
here for you, dude.
As soon as you reveal to him the nature of hell and everything, despite the fact that most people that you have ever revealed this nature to are like wide-eyed, freaking out, this is the first person that you have ever seen who smiles, who genuinely smiles at you.
Yeah. So, now you're ready to make a deal.
Please go ahead.
Do we need anything about his boss, or can we just extract that from gestures over to the dying person over there that we could clearly patch up? Oh, she exploded, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
I
super
can't remember if she
exploded.
exploded or if she's. Oh man, she's super dead. Eh.
She's very dead.
I'm not exactly sure what he could give us. Perhaps the plans. I don't know.
Spill all of your master's most intimate secrets or suffer the consequences.
The consequences of going to hell?
Yeah, you're going to go into my hell, and it's not nearly as interesting as you think it is.
Oh,
I'm going to give him a vision of what the base plans of my hell are, which are basically a place where you can never hurt anyone or do violence or cause suffering in any way forever.
Why would you bore us with this?
Last chance. I don't care.
Roll me.
Charisma intimidation.
Yeah, that'd be the one. Charisma intimidation, difficulty 7.
Can I help by
That's fine.
basically looming behind him?
Also,
yeah, sure.
yeah, how much? Okay, so that's what, difficulty 6?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Then it's difficulty 4.
Okay.
Spend a willpower. And yeah, hey, I have intimidation. Perfect. One's don't. Yeah, one's due. 2 successes. On the willpower, 3 successes.
Okay. With 3 successes, he's going to stare at you, and for a moment, you see his maniacal, almost Cenobite grin crack as he is upset with the words that you have spoken about what your hell is like. I will not commit my soul to this child's labyrinth.
It's going to be so rad. We're going to have Taco Tuesdays every day.
Promise me that I will not be struck into
That's not how this works. That's not how this works, a-hole. You crossed that threshold when you were doing stupid bits before. Now you have to tell us your master's secrets or you go there now. I can't take it back. The wheels are in motion. You're defying to the extent of how much you can defy before you go there.
Fine, give me options? He's trying to bargain with you. It's not very good.
I'm just going to
rolled a
glare
negative
over his
roll.
shoulders
All
and be
your-
like, "Hi, you pay attention. Stop messing with us."
He looks to you, Rowan, and then looks to End of Sadness. I assume that at this point, Rigel has taken an elevator up to see what's going on.
Sure thing.
He looks to you all. Fine. But answer me one question after I tell you this. My boss. Nephandi Prefect. Kai Ellis. What do you have against him?
I'll gesture to Rowan.
Tried to kill me.
Who are you?
No, you got one question.
Throw a tablet at his feet. Start talking.
What do you want to know?
Spill your master's most intimate secrets.
Well, we don't have to.
I'm going to have him roll a willpower roll.
Oh, if he refuses, he just goes to hell and breaks the deal.
Well, I know.
Just fuck this guy.
They specifically go to
Bargaining.
they specifically go to
looks
your
to you.
hell,
Yeah. Does he specifically go to your hell or not?
or the hell from whence he came?
I have a hell, quote unquote. It's not built because I don't have the charm for it, but you can condemn people to that hell. So I don't know if they go to a generic one or that one. I assumed I could pre-mark them to go to my hell for when it forms.
They probably go to your hell when it's all good to go.
Okay,
So
that might have been me misreading it then.
he looks to you as
No,
if you
yeah.
say, "Spill your boss's secrets," and he looks to you, smiles, and spits a glob of phlegm and blood at your feet. Go to your own hell.
I'm just gonna come steal you from wherever you went.
Doesn't matter to me. Once I'm gone, I just come back.
Yeah, it's not gonna be hard to track down you reincarnating, buddy. That's the threat.
So, I assume that he instantly goes to hell.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Instantly, or is it just afterwards?
Instantly ripped from this world.
Oh.
He gets Hellraiser style dragged in.
Oh.
It's super violent.
Yeah, no, there's some chains that come out. His skin is stretched. He just kind of looks at you all, stares Rowan in the eyes, and just goes, "Jesus wept," and then just explodes in
oh my god,
just absolute gore viscera. It's great. It's great.
I'm sorry, Rowan.
Didn't
that your nemesis wasn't more cohesive.
I did not know who that was. Oh, you're not kidding about the hell thing.
Yeah, be a good person. Call your parents.
Oh, I need to. I'm going. There's a lot of blood here.
And I feel like that's a great place to call it.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I fucked up reading how the charms worked, so that was on there.
Yeah. The charm says
he just gets franked from Hellraiser 1.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
Oh boy.
I thought I had leverage on the Nephandi. I didn't.
Yeah. The charm says he goes to hell of brewing maggots specifically.
No, you're right. I fucked that up.
I mean, we could always talk with Holden whether there's something that could change for that. But whatever. Not now.
No, right. I think it's covered. I'm just apologizing because I fucked up. I thought I had leverage I didn't have, and
no, it's okay. I had no idea what to do with the guy.
To be fair, you guys did also
God.
get a name out of him, so
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, no.
And now we can leave this building top.
Yeah, now you guys can leave this building top for the janitors to come and clean.
You want to blow this building? Whatever.
I mean, do you want to blow the building? Because, you totally can.
I guess I'll live to spite for another day.
It. Yeah, let's save that. We don't want to make that decision 4 sessions in.
And there's
the building lives.
There's destroying a building in collateral damage, and then there's purposely going in and trying to destroy everything. Maybe I'll kick over a fake tree or something.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna rob this is the food court, so I'll rob the cash registers and grab some fries before we leave.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't eat those fries.
It's free real estate.
Hey, Rowan. It's free real estate.
Oh, come on. No. Oh, wait, they call them chips.
So anyway, take us away, Brendan.
With
All
the
right.
ending thing.
Right. So I was Brendan.
Peter?
Devin.
Sam.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.
This game is a collaboration between A Pair of Dice Lost and sponsored by Nobody Podcasts. You can find us at apairofdicelost.podbean.com and sponsored by nobody.podbean.com. You can find Exalted vs. World of Darkness over at holdenshearer.wordpress.com.